Hello and welcome to this inaugural episode of Configuration Rules the Nation. Today we're going to be looking at my home lab and all of the various services I run in it. We're also going to look at creating an Ubuntu 2004 template in Proxmox. We're going to see about creating a Plex server on Proxmox and a couple of other different servers as well. So let's get started. So as you can see, this is the command center, right? This is my Proxmox data center. I'm only running 3 VMs right now. I just decommissioned my network attached storage, and I have put Open Media Vault in its place. There. Plug in those, log in. This is my Open Media Vault server. As you can see, we've got a couple terabytes in here. I have a shared folder that I use to rsync over the files from my old QNAP NAS. And what I'm hoping to achieve with this is just make the shares a lot more accessible. I don't know how well that'll work out, but should be pretty. It seems a lot easier to get shares viewable in Windows. I was already able to get this one read access just fine without a directory server. I kind of want to do a directory server in the future, but I'm not sure if I will. But yeah, this should serve for all of my. I think. One of the other items on the agenda was creating a automatic ripping server. There's a GitHub project, show me the code, configuration rules the nation. It's all the same thing. Automatic, there we go. So this automatic ripping machine I've used in the past and it works pretty well. It's a little iffy. It hasn't been updated in quite a while. But it is very useful for ripping Blu-rays, CDs, DVDs, stuff like that. And yeah, I want to install it in a VM to rip all the Blu-rays in my bin over there and put them up on a Plex server, so I don't have to put the Blu-rays in my computer drive and run them off the laptop that way. It's kind of. My current Blu-ray playing situation is not ideal. But if we can rip the video files out, it won't be that big a deal. So yeah, that's the Open Media Vault. And then I have a Docker host running Portainer and Traffic. And it's got Let's Encrypt certificates. For all that, so that's good. Means I can publish services if I want. I can actually delete this endpoint. How do I delete this endpoint? There we go. So I can update. I can publish services as Docker containers, and I can put them either. I can firewall them a couple different ways. I can firewall by VPN. I can firewall by a IP whitelist in Traffic, which is how I'm doing it currently, or I can. Those are the two ways. So right now we just have Watchtower and Portainer and Traffic as one stack. I was running a couple of different stacks earlier, but as my network sort of grew and evolved, I realized I didn't need a lot of it, so I just sort of got rid of a couple of them. So yeah, I think the first item on our agenda is... I actually need to see the description because I didn't write this down elsewhere. ahead and copy this to a notepad file. Notepad. This will be our show notes basically. All right, so my show notes say create an Ubuntu template for Ubuntu 18.04, but I'm gonna bump it up to 20.04 because I think 18.04, well, 20.04 is gonna have a longer LTS. So since we're creating new stuff, we might as well. And this will be Ubuntu base. Don't have a resource pool. Yeah, we will use Ubuntu 20.04. It is a Linux version. It is 5. No, yeah, it's 5 dot something usually. Graphics card default, SCSI controller, VirtIO is fine. We have to install that, but we probably want that, so we'll install the QEMU agent, the QEMU agent, as a part of this. And I think 60 should be okay. CPU, maybe 2 sockets, 4 cores. I don't know what. Oh no, just 1 socket, 4 cores. Yep. And we'll go 8096 for 8 gigs. Default to that. We'll confirm. And it's creating. And we'll go to the console and hit start. And this will let us install Ubuntu 20.04 and I did download the server one, right? Yeah. Okay. So we want English. English US is fine for keyboard. That's fine. Don't have a proxy. Sure. Use entire disk. Sure. So my name is that. Server's name is Ubuntu base. This will be my default username. Oh my goodness. This is going real well. There we go. We do want to install OpenSSH server. Huh. No. That is a good idea though. Anyway. I want Docker. Kata containers. I don't want PowerShell. I don't want etcd. Don't want those. Keep alive D. We might want that later, but not now. So just Docker. We'll probably install Ansible as well. I don't know if we need to install it on each guest though. So anyway, this will just run and we'll be able to export it as a VM when we do cloud init. So if I was recording this instead of streaming, I would just be like, you know, looks like I have one concurrent. Oh, I have 0 concurrent viewers. That's no good. Once we create this template, we'll be able to create a handful of different servers. Oh, it's done. So now we'll reboot. Well, I need to go back here, go to hardware, go to remove. And then, wait, revert. Can I remove media? Oh, there we go. That worked. Oh. Maybe I shouldn't have used Ubuntu 20. It looks like they've got Snap. I don't want Snap. I don't want Snap. Are you done yet? Yay! I'm in. And now I get to figure out how to use cloud init. Commu guest agent cloud init. Yeah. I should be able to nano Etsy cloud.com. I don't want Snap. I don't want Ubuntu Advantage. It's not on EC2. I don't know what that is. Okay. Not using Puppet, not using Chef, not using Salt. Not sure I want to do Pop Phone Home. Default user. Huh. Okay. Then I need to machine ID. Okay, we're back. The machine ID is what determines a DHCP address, or maybe the auto-generated MAC address in Proxmox. So we'll, instead of remming, we will cat. So that hash is what determines what we receive, is what determines what MAC address we receive, or how the DHCP lease is divvied out. So if you have a template that still has one of these in there, it will be copied over to every other machine, and that will cause each machine to say, I'm this machine. No, I'm this machine. And the DHCP server will hand out the same lease. Like, why are you asking again? So we don't want that to happen. So we'll go ahead and remove machine ID. We do want to have that file though, so we will need to touch Etsy machine ID. Right? And then there's another place where this is copied. I believe it's what was it? Just 1 second. I found it. It's not in Etsy, it's in var. So var lib dbus machine ID. I wonder if that's okay. That's already a symlink, so that's good. I watched a video about Ubuntu 16 templates from Learn Linux TV, and it was definitely not symlinked before that. Cool. So that's all set. We can just power this guy off now. And we'll go back here. And this should turn off. Go to hardware. Go to cloud init. We need to add a cloud init drive. And it'll just live on the local. And that's fine. Now we have a cloud init drive. We can go over here. And we can set a different user if we wanted to. I'm not going to set a different user because why would I do that? Use host settings, that's fine. I'll get that set up at some point. And then I'll set up IP config as well. But right now, we'll just do that. And then you hit regenerate image. And then you just clone it, or you can convert it to a template. That's what I want to do. Okay. It didn't change much. Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, so then you do a clone. You do full clone. Has no reference to the previous one, so it can fully diverge. A linked clone will take the hard drive it has and just reference it, and then I don't know what happens after that, so I think a full clone would probably be better. So we'll do a full clone. What do I want this to be? This is going to be, so one of the things I neglected to mention that I was going to set up was a code server. I did this on my desktop PC at some point, and I really didn't like having it on my desktop because that's the whole point of having a code server is like you don't want to have your, you want to be able to code from an iPad. This is how you're going to do it. So we'll create a code server. Target storage, that'll be fine. Clone. So this one is a clone of that Ubuntu base server we created. And now we just hit start, and it'll start up the, I guess it's still finishing the clone operation. Okay. Yeah, so a linked clone will take longer. I forgot about that because it's actually copying the virtual hard drive, which shouldn't actually be that much. Summary. Okay, we've used 36 gigs there. Used 18 gigs there. That's not too bad. Error, failed to run. Okay, this one's ready now. So we're on the console. We just hit start. Yeah, there we go. And now Cloud Init is going to do some stuff when it finds the Cloud Init drive. Or maybe not. It's supposed to change the system. Never mind. I guess I'm okay with that for now. What am I trying to do? I need to open this here. Yes. That's better. Okay. Should still be able to log in. And I can. So it looks like Cloud Init didn't work. I'll have to figure out how to add more parameters to Cloud Init so I can change the host name as well. But we can start working on this guy. We can change the host name. How do you do that on Ubuntu? Said the Google mans. Host name cuddle. There's a host name cuddle. Host name cuddle cult. Set host name Linux eyes. Wait, I don't want that to be that. I want it to be code server. Got it. Sudo reboot. I'm also going to take the 2 terabyte drive out of the NAS. Oh yeah, see, look, totally changed the host name. So that's good. Yay! Apt get update. Cool. So the host name has changed. We can start installing. Well, hang on. Code server. Yeah. So this is basically just Visual Studio Code in the browser. But I want to have a VM so I can spin up containers like Docker or LXC containers inside the VM to work on web projects. And that way you'll notice I'm on Windows this time, not Linux. And that way I can sort of just discontinue using Linux on the desktop and just basically set up a remote options for everything I need Linux for. It just seems to work better that way. I don't know. Yeah, so that's what we'll do next. They've got this quick install, but I think I had set up a init, what is it, systemd stuff. So yeah, we'll have to do that. Where's the install? Here we go. Acquire a remote machine. I have that. Cool. So we'll just do this. Kill that one. Yeah, I want to continue. What are you, crazy? And we'll go ahead and hook this up to our traffic container as well, so that way it knows how to get to it through the traffic proxy server. And that way I can code from outside or inside my home. I think I'm going to keep it inside and just do VPN for now, but the possibility is always there for a future of coding, but I'd probably want to set up fail to ban first. So that's what we're going to do now, is we're going to curl the latest release, version 3.4.1. I don't know how we... Do you have clipboard share? Do you have clipboard share? Well, if we don't have clipboard share, we can still just SSH into the box. And SSH Jonathan at 192.168. What is it? IP. No, stop. IP address 159. Yeah, I know who that is. And then cool. So now we can just do this and copy and boop. So now it's downloading code server. It's done. We install it. Then we do system cuddle enable. Nice. Nice. So now we should go to 192.168.1.159. What is it? 8,000, 8080. No bueno. Oh wait. Localhost 80. I'm gonna have to edit the YAML, so give me 1 second to drag this over here so you don't see it. Nano. So yeah, it was bound to just localhost. Yeah, and then we do that, and then we do that, and then we do that, and then we do system cuddle. Okay, I've edited the stuff. We can come over here now. Do that. System cuddle. I guess we could just do that. And then refresh. Oh no. I remember having to do this, but I don't like... So right now it'll start up when we log in, but it won't start up just whenever the server starts up. So if I go in here and refresh, let's try user enable, user restart code server. So that should, there we go. What? Did it not save? All right. You're probably hearing that a bunch, or maybe you're not. I don't know. I mean, I guess I can try changing the password to something different and then restarting. No, just go, yep. Hey, it worked. So now we have a code server. Now the tricky part is getting it to start up on boot with whether I'm logged in or not. Because I betcha if we do a reboot on this guy, dismiss. Basically, it's not going to work, I don't think. Yeah, so it's only going to start up when I log in. So let me log in. And then refresh. And now it's open. Okay. But I want the server to run the code server no matter what. So I'm going to figure out how to do that. and we'll do some stuff, you know. Well, okay. There were some systemd files. And if I symlinked those like they were doing in the... Well, hold on. Let me back up. So code server. Excuse me. I don't know how D packages work. Is it just a shell script? Source. Common. Browser. Is there an install? Here it is. Okay. So let's see. Well, that doesn't help. I wonder if you can cat a deb file. It's just gobbledygook. Oh no! Oh no! So they symlinked a folder, and I think it was user. Why can't I see anything on there? So annoying. Focal. There it is. It's lib. Lib. There's only Python. It's not lib. cd /lib. cd systemd. Probably user. There it is, code server.service. So if I do an LSA, not A, L, you'll be able to see that code server.service is copied. So we need to copy this to systemd. Etsy sudo copy Etsy systemd. Wait. So all I have to do is sudo system cuddle disable user code server. What? CD bro. Sorry, user disable now code server. I don't know what that means. But if we just don't pass enable and do now, rem so we'll reboot the server. And then we'll bring our terminal back up. We'll verify that this is not running. We'll log in. And it's not running. Okay, that's good. And now we should just have to do system cuddle enable. So let's go all the way up in our history. All these commands. So instead of user enable, should just do that. I done screwed up. Not Skype for Linux. Was it a double quote? Yep. Double dash, and then sudo. Alright, so that removed it, so we just need to go up in our history. Wow. Probably should clean up the history. Alright. Here we go. And then we will edit sudo nano config systemd, all that, and we'll change it to multi-user target. And then we'll also change the binding and the password. That's already done. So we'll do that. All right, and then we'll do, now that that's all done, we'll do a systemctl user, sorry, not user, sudo. Oh. I want to run it at startup with systemd. That's what I want. It's not working. Enable now code server. Oh. Yep. Tar it out. Yep. Copy it recursively. That's better. We'll follow that. Get rid of it. So now we'll make dir code server. We will cd code server. We will wget, and I think we want the latest release though. So let's get the latest release. This is kind of old. Code server. It's a brand new thing, so we should just get it right. Issues, releases. That's what I want. 341. Ooh, I think it's this one. Is it an archive? Is that what you're getting? Yeah. So we get that. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't know if it actually followed it, but we can modify the command. 34, what was it? 341. 341. 341. Copy, paste. Yeah, that looks like it's actually downloading something. So let's run the 341 tar.gz. And we will follow the next steps in this wonderful DigitalOcean guide. We're going to tar it. We're going to use these command line switches, which I have no idea what they do. Probably just extracts it all into a folder. Now we have a code server folder. Sudo cp recursively that one to user lib code server. Let's verify that was successful. Yep, it was. And now we can create a symlink like so. Then we can make a var code server directory. Then we can set up our systemd unit. And to do that, I'm going to kind of do it over here off the screen so that y'all don't see my password. So we'll do that, blah, blah, blah. We'll change the bind address. Yeah. Yep. We'll hit that, we'll hit that, we'll hit that. And then we'll do sudo. Alright, we went ahead and did the thing. We'll do a daemon reload. And then we'll do a systemctl start code server. That seemed to have worked. So let's go to our web browser. Let's see, 192.168.159.8080. Got a code server we logged into. And I'm not going to worry about it not being secure because this is in my local network, and I'll just proxy it with traffic anyway. So the next step is to shut down the VM and verify it restarts. So we'll reboot. Thanks, DigitalOcean. You're my hero. Uh-oh. Looks like we timed out on the Proxmox server. Is our internet still up? Yeah. So yeah, I'm not logged in, and I want to go to 192.168.1.159.8080. Shoot. Did we get a new IP address? A different IP address? Yay. Well, I suppose I could go to my network tab and see what's online, which is what I will do. Because I don't actually want to log in, because then it would defeat the purpose of trying to set it up as a system if I have to log in for it to start. That's dumb. Status, DHCP leases. Code server is 159. So why isn't the code server running? run boot without logging in systemd. Wait, oh, I do need to log in. I bet you it won't even work if I log in, because I didn't do it right. Sorry, guys. Well, just to verify, let's go back over here. Okay, so it's just not enabled. So we'll do sudo system enable now code server. Ay, what do you mean it doesn't exist? Code server. You were fine. Unit file code server.service does not exist. I beg to differ. I know you exist. I know you do. I'm just over here looking at articles trying to figure out how to systemd it all, because it is not working. Lib systemd lib systemd system code. I don't think anyone saw that, which is kind of sad, not gonna lie. Sound off if you saw my password in the thing. We could scroll up and see. What? Okay, how about lib systemd system code server.service etc system. Actually, why don't we just move it? That'll work. System D system code server.service. Oh, sorry. And then we do system cuddle daemon reload. Enable code server. Yep. Yep. It's rebooting now. Oh man. I want to reboot to see that it works. I want to reboot to show that it works. I think the only thing we have left to do is, well, let's make sure it works. Yeah, here we go. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Dismiss, refresh, reload. Seems to have worked. Can I sign out? I guess if I started an incognito window. Cool, so when I reboot it, I don't have to log in. I can start setting this up now. I think it has an integrated terminal. View. Terminal. LA, LS. LSA. Who am I? I'm not sure I like that. Well, I guess I could take lots of snapshots and stuff like that. But yeah, just to wrap this up, I'll go ahead and walk through the traffic kind of stuff, and then I will clean up the I guess it doesn't matter. All right, so now to get the code server on my proxy server, I will need to SSH into my other VM, the Docker host, which is at 192.168.165. Yes. Is that it? I forgot my password. There we go. Just one of the million variations. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff in here. I tried doing a code server on the Docker, in a Docker container, but I didn't like that it was... I didn't like that it was in a container. I wanted to be able to run virtual machines or containers, so I will use Vagrant inside of the code server virtual machine with like LXC provider, or I mean, you can do virtualization inside virtualization. It's not good, but I may want to do that. But yeah, so inside of my Docker file, I've got this traffic file, and there's a rules folder, and there's already a code server one. So let me nano that sucker. Let me make sure there's no... That's not it. That's it. Okay, I just want to make sure there's nothing condemning in here. There's like IP ranges, so I don't want to do that. So I'm also going to set up 1.1. I'm going to set up a reserved lease for my wait, what? Expired. That's fine. I don't want that. I want to do add a static mapping. This will be code server. The IP address will be 105. Sure. Pretty sure no one's got 105. My coding server. Oh, so it needs to be... Oh, I had a Google Drive document with my... I wonder if it's there. Yep, okay. So... yeah, that's gotta change. But we'll go ahead and put that on there. Let's save that. Let's apply the changes. 85. So let me show you the I'll take out the sensitive information and I'll show you guys the so this is the file. It's pointing to my local host, and this is what allows traffic to understand and know how to connect to an external service. So you have to add an HTTP router. So we've got a code server router. The cert resolver was already set up with my traffic instance, so it goes out to Cloudflare and says, hey, Cloudflare, go get a certificate from Let's Encrypt all the way over here. And then it comes back to Cloudflare, which is in the upper right-hand corner that you can't see because I'm holding my hand up. And then Cloudflare comes back to traffic and says, here's your certificate from Let's Encrypt over there. And that allows us to have HTTPS on our on my domains. I have a domain that I bought that I point at my home network with DDNS, and that is all set up through Cloudflare as well, and that points to traffic, and then traffic routes routes to my websites I want to visit. So this is a new one I want to visit. I'm putting in my local source range, and I had a IP that was kind of sensitive that I want to use as well. So that will be in there. I'm going to not save this. I'm going to clear that out, and then I'm going to exit that, and then I'm going to reboot this server. Since I added a static mapping, I'll have to, let's see, IP release renew Ubuntu. You can tell I'm a Windows tech when I, do ipconfig release renew. DH client R. Oh, that's release. Okay, so we'll do sudo dh client rf, I think S0, so let's do IP address. We're on ENS18, so instead of that we'll do sudo dh client R. We'll release the lease we currently have, ENS18. Okay, IP address, we should have 0. Why does it still have it? And then IP address. Oh, there you go, it's got 85. 85. So wait, why does it still have that? All right, well, we'll reboot the server again. It should, if we go to DHCP leases. Oh yeah, it looks like it was there. Okay, that's good. I like that. It's static. Nice. Okay. Okay. So now when we boot up again, I need to consolidate all these tabs. So many. Come bring that guy out. All right, well, it's rebooted again. So now traffic should have automatically reloaded. So if I go to code.linghome.net, hey, look at that. Bam. Code server's all set up. I'm going to add some storage to it once I move the stuff I want to move. But other than that, that's all she wrote. That's the first episode of Configuration Nation. Hope you enjoyed this kind of tour through my home lab. I didn't show you much of the other VMs. I've got a pfSense box. I've got this Docker host. Open Media Vault I showed a little bit in the beginning. There's some errors with dev sdd sdb with some sectors. We'll have to look into that. But hopefully we can get some storage on this guy soon so I can start coding pretty regularly instead of just, whenever I feel like I can boot my Linux server up instead of my Windows desktop, because I like Windows. It's fine, it's what it's there for, to do stuff with. Anyway, I'm going to see y'all in a bit. I guess we'll do some stuff in post, I guess. Yeah, just be like, anyway, this has been Configuration Rules the Nation episode 1. If you like this content, want to see more of it, hit the subscribe and the bell to help grow the channel, and that way I can produce more content like this. I hope you guys found this useful. If you didn't, let me know why so I can do better. If you did, just leave a like, and all that kind of jazz. So yeah, thanks for anyone who watched, and anyone who watches later, thank you, and enjoy. Bye.